This is Dean, and it is a nice sunny morning out, and the snow is dripping, well, the water is dripping off the roof and the snow is melting now that it is the middle of April. And I have Minuet in C, and I'm going to do a few bowing patterns that we need to use in this piece, and then a few slur things to work on. So the first bowing pattern that we have in Minuet in C, and this is Suzuki Book 1, number 16 is the square number. Anyway, is a down bow, fast one, and then two up bows, which are kind of slow. And that creates the kind of a oomph feeling on the first beat. So it goes. So you can see that if those are all 3/4 notes, the first one has to be twice as fast as the other two if you're coming back to the same point. So let's do that pattern on a D about 4 times. Here we go. There we go. And another pattern is in measure 2. We have down, up, down, up. The down bow takes us up to the tip, a little bit of wiggle there, and then back to the frog again, like this. You can see that that up bow is kind of whooshy, woofda. That will help get you back to where you were. If you don't like as much woofda, then you can use a little smaller stroke, like this. But at any rate, you have to make sure that your eighth notes are very small. So let's do that one now. This is down, up, up. Good. And then the third measure has the third bowing pattern, and I think that's all the bowing patterns we're going to use in this piece. One of those 3. Well, actually there's one more, but we won't go over that now. So we have in measure 3 down, up, down, up. So we have a down bow, an up bow that takes you back, and now the wiggly notes are at the frog, like this. That's that pattern. Should we try it all together now? Here we go. Now, I recommend that you do every measure in this piece 3 or 4 times rather than try and play through the whole song, because each measure has a different bowing pattern. And then there's all the left-hand work that has to be done, and the slurs. There's just so much to do in Minuet in C. It's like almost as hard as Happy Farmer. No, I'm just kidding. Happy Farmer is like way hard. All right. So the first measure I don't think is too hard. It's just all bowing work. So we're going to go on to the second measure, and we have a 4th fingered G, and then walking our 2nd finger across like that. So you can't just play this note, oh, I wonder what's next. Ah, my 2nd finger is still sitting around. It's like, get off your duff and get over there. All right, so let's do that a couple of times. Like, how about 4 for a couple of times? 2 and play. And again. 3rd time. Last time. There. And that, of course, will help you out with all the other measures. Let's find another measure that is like that. Can you look down on the third line of Minuet in C, and you'll see in measure number 10, this. Yes. Do you see that spot now? Let's do that one without stopping. I don't want to spend so much time on this that we run out of time. So here we are. Let's do 4 of them in a row. 2 and 3. Good. Let's find another one that's like that. Here we are at measure 18. 2 more lines down and around the same spot. It's the second measure in the line. It goes like this. Yes, let's do that one 4 times. 2 and 3. Good, good, good. All right, and here's another one, measure 22, right underneath it. Good, let's do that 4 times. 2 and 3. Good, and now let us go and do the last measure in line 1, and that is right here. All right, so that's the same bowing that we've been doing in all the other ones, but we also have the additional walking 4th fingers. Right, we always want to keep that first finger down, and your 4th finger knows where to go as long as your first finger is there to kind of guide it in place. All right, so let's try that measure about 4 times. 2 and 3. All right, I think I caught them all. I don't see any other ones that are like that. Okay, and then this measure is pretty easy. It's the beginning of it, right? That's not too hard. Let's do 3 of them anyway. 2 and 3. Okay, that one isn't too hard. Now it gets a little tricky when you have to put different fingers down when your bow is stopped. So that's one of the new skills in Minuet. No, it's not. It's not a new skill at all. We did that in Happy Farmer. Erase, erase, erase. All right, but let's go and find measure number 11. That's in the 3rd line. And we have a D, E, and F natural, right? Yeah, so when my bow stopped, I put my 2nd finger down. And I played the other note. All right, let's do that one 4 times. Here we go. There we go. All right. And then we have the kind of, oh yeah, there's another one of those, isn't there? Yes, right underneath it. Measure. Oh, I'm sorry about that nasty noise. It's my end pin stopper. Measure number 15. We have this. Let's do that one about 4 times. 2 and 3. Excellent. There's one more that might be worth noting, and that is measure 19, right underneath it. Isn't that odd how like all of the same bowing patterns seem to be like in a line down the page? Interesting. All right. Anyway, here we are in measure number, what did I say? 19? Yeah. Let's do that one 4 times. 2 and 3. All right. And here we are 10 minutes into the video and we still haven't done the hardest measure yet. That is measure number 14. Because we have to get our 4th finger arched so that we can hear the open A string. So that it sounds like this. This is the 3rd and 4th notes of measure 14. Yeah. That's a very nice clear sound. So you need to do your finger flicks and get that 4th finger strong enough so that we can do that cleanly. So that measure, let's do that one very slow. It goes. Let's try that a few times. 2 and 3. Okay, again, down bow and one more time. Now, since everything else we've done faster, let's just see if we can do it a little faster. So then we take our limiting factor, the thing that's hardest to do, and we speed that up. So this is the hard part. Oh, well, I guess I could probably play that fast, couldn't I? Yeah, I guess that's not so hard. So now I can go. Aha, that'll work. Let's try it at that speed, and we're going to end on the G. So I'm using add a note technique now. 2 and 3. Yeah, we can evaluate. Was that good? Yes, that sounded good. That one counts. Penny in the jar, bead across. Here we go again. 2 and play. Good, good, good. Let's do it with all of those notes now. Now, the add a note technique, we're expanding more notes at that same speed. 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Last time. There we go. So I would do each of these measures a number of times so that you have muscle memory for every measure, so that every measure that you see, you have it down pat. Okay, here we are at around 13 and a half minutes, and we are now going to play the whole song, kind of slowly. Da-dum, da-dum, dum, dum, dum. That's our speed, right? That's the hardest measure, so that's where I take my tempo from. So here we are, and I'm going to do the repeats, and there's a circle bow in it, and I will bark it out to you. 2 and 3. Circle bow, repeat. Minuet in C. I hope that this video helps you out. Happy practicing.